Hello, everyone. Welcome back to our business English class. In this session, we will talk about something that is known as body language. Quite interesting concept, right? Okay, let's see a little bit about that. First of all, every time that you are communicating something, you are with your body presenting more information than usual. It's not the first time that you can see it, like when you're doing a question to someone, you might see that they take time to answer. Maybe they doubt a little bit, or maybe they start moving in a very particular way, their hands or the body itself. It's important to know how to read body language and, of course, to use your body language correctly. Otherwise, you're going to have trouble, okay, by understanding and managing correctly this concept. First of all, let's start by defining a little bit about what's actually a body language, okay? As we can see here, it's considered as movements or positions of your body that show other people how you're feeling without using words. It's quite challenging, right? Because body language could also be perceived in different ways, okay? Depending on our culture or our past experiences of what we know or maybe what we don't know, okay? Body language could be more difficult to perceive. But that doesn't mean we can skip those aspects, okay? Here it says, why do we need to know about body language? Well, definitely there are multiple ways and of course reasons of how we have to know about body language. First of all, because it improves our abilities of knowing if someone is paying us attention. We can see, okay, not just with the answers, but also how they are looking to us, how they are communicating with their bodies, okay, if they are paying or not attention. Another thing is actually some cultures can show aggrievement or discomfort based on their gestures. That's another thing, okay? Without even asking to someone, you can know if that person is accepting or maybe rejecting the information that you are providing, okay? And of course, the congruency that our body language must have with what we are saying, okay? When you're presenting your arguments, all your body language must be congruent with what we are saying. And of course, some movements can be perceived as unpolite. Let's careful about that. Be careful about that because I mean, creating this this respectful manner is definitely something difficult to manage sometimes, even because you might only feel stressed about a specific situation, but that could also be perceived as a negative sign. Some elements of the body language, and we're going to see each one. Okay, it's first of all, movements, posture, facial expression, space, tone, and of course, the speed of your voice. Okay, even your voice, okay, not what you're saying, but how you're saying it could also affect your communication. And last but not least, eye contact. Careful about that last one, okay? The first one, as you can see, your movements must be relevant to the topic that you're giving, okay? If you are expressing sadness, joy, okay, confidence, no, whatever you want to present must be congruent with your movements. Careful about moving too much, okay? Sometimes people, because they just grew up like that and they learn like that, they move a lot. No, their hands, they shake a lot, or they walk all around the place. Careful about that, because that could be perceived as that you might be nervous, or maybe that you are not confident about what you're saying, okay? And of course, create a balance, okay? Also, I'm not suggesting you not to move at all, okay? You need to move because you need to be or at least to be seen as a person that is relaxed, that is confident with what you are saying. And of course, that balance is going to create the ambience, okay? So people could know that whatever you're saying is actually true and reliable. Otherwise, we might have a little bit of trouble. Next thing is your expressions, okay? In Latin American countries, your expression must be friendly, okay, and respectful. You could maybe be more friendly than usual, but you have to be careful because in other countries, okay, if your face is too friendly, that could be seen as disrespectful. Maybe Asian cultures, no? They are not looking for a facial expression that somehow is too friendly because they don't know you yet, okay? And you have to build that trust and that confidence so you can have an expression that is actually significant and of course relevant. And of course, control them, control your expressions, okay? That correct balance of expression will lead into a more successful interview, presentation, whatever you're doing with your body language. Another thing is space. Here, I would like to recall something that is important known as proxemics, okay? Proxemics is known as the amount of space people prefer to have when engaging in conversation with others. And of course, how this space is used also for presentation aspects. Here we can see for types of space, which is the intimate space, personal space, social space, and public space. We need to know how to use each one, okay? Because there might be conversations that are more into the personal and social space, and others, like if you're talking to big audiences, okay, which in all cases, you need to figure out how to use them correctly because each one has a specific challenge. Of course, the intimate space is more for informal and of course more a face-to-face aspect, okay? It's like more about your relatives, your family, maybe your partners, okay? In general, that's a kind of space. Other thing is the tone of your voice and of course the speed of that one, okay? Those aspects, you have to be careful about it because first of all, your tone, the tone of your voice can be persuasive, informative. I mean, you are presenting information. Of course, if you're too strong, could be disrespectful. People could feel like you are just overreacting, or maybe you're not using correct language. And of course, the speed, careful, because some people, and even more in the English, no, if it's not your native language, if you speak too fast, okay, people might lose, no, what you're saying, or they could feel more confused, and that could cause frustration, anxiety. Okay, so learn how to use the speed and the tone correctly. Even make pauses, no? Make a silence sometimes. Higher your voice when you need it. Speak clear, no? Be confident. All these elements improve your body language. The eye contact, as we already mentioned, important to always keep eye contact to your people, and of course in your conversations, not try not to stare too much. Always a friendly eye contact, and of course that eye contact is also going to create commitment with the audience. I hope you like this video, and of course remember, if you have any question, please let me know. Have an excellent day and take care. Bye-bye.